Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to La-Mulana, where apparently Amabel's mad at me.
What? I'm not mad at you.
This is the energy we're starting today with.
What do you mean I'm mad at you?
Amabel's yelling at me.
No one heard you. No, none of them heard me
it.
yell at you.
That's right. Which is why I have to tell
Because I didn't do it.
So here's the thing. Let's real quickly explain the situation here. To those of you watching in the future, the VOD folk, we call them, it may be difficult to perceive the distance, but it has been well over a week, it has been very nearly a month since we last played, because life occurred at a speed and force that you would wish that it wouldn't. And so many things happened. You were personally injured, in a way that I'm not legally culpable for. And then other things. So we're back, and we're here. We're a little, I would say, rusty. Just a little out of tune with the machine. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get it all back. So we decided that we wanted to try to really work this area out before moving on to the next area, right? Based on the fact that it says in the manual that you should do that.
Yes, and I think we should return to the room with the eyeball that kills you.
The room with the eyeball that kills you. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. I think this is... Here we go.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at me remembering stuff.
So...
Try to blow up all these rooms
when last we played this...
Yeah.
We hit one of the things and it didn't hurt us, and then the other thing did hurt us.
Yeah, there's a poem, right, that suggests an order. Do you have the poem with you there in your handy dandy notes?
I don't so much.
Okay, I have the collection of all of our screenshots over here. The first age of the sun was destroyed by flood. The second age of the sun was destroyed by the god of wind. The third age of the sun was destroyed by the god of fire. The fourth age of the sun was destroyed by blood and fire falling from the sky. The same thing was written in Mayan prophecy. Could there be a connection? Was the poem that we had thought to connect to this place.
Right.
However, striking the stones in that order did not solve anything. And in fact, striking the second stone did damage us, but striking the first stone didn't. Right. So it's like,
yeah. Do the stones have hit points?
I mean, how is one to know?
Hit it again.
Nothing's happening. I don't.
Well, you hit it twice, you didn't get killed.
Yeah.
Can you just keep hitting it?
Amabel, if it's going to react, why would it not react until you hit it 3 times?
No, I did.
That's bad game design on an I am done kind of level here, almost. Like, if there's going to be a bunch of puzzles that are...
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This concludes our La-Mulana series.
I'm overstating a little bit, but that's fucking stupid. If that's the right answer, then it shouldn't do absolutely nothing the first 2 times you hit it. Right?
Yeah, it should be like a little...
There should be some
like
response.
a little crack. Some kind of visual... Yeah.
All right, the first stage was destroyed by flood. This will be the wind. Yep, it does appear that this is... That's really annoying. That's really annoying. Okay, so what is that? So what does that actually do then, is the question.
There was some other place that had those symbols somewhere.
Well, it was right over here. Yeah. Okay. That makes
I'm often a fan of obtuse game design, but you need to have some. The thing where We don't know if we're doing the puzzle right or if we haven't done it enough. Kind of sucks.
You just
Like,
just figured that out there, did you?
there are ways to be hostile. What do you mean?
I mean, it's weird that you didn't know that, and then there was a break, and then we came back, and you did know that. Amabel Holland. Amabel Holland, who I am looking at very closely now in the web camera. Because we're not looking things up, right? We're not
No, we're not looking things
receiving information via the internet.
It's
Amabel Holland,
just-
who I am looking
it
at very
just said-
closely in the camera.
that was the last puzzle that we were working on, and like,
Okay, well, when I put the thing on there, it made a noise. It made a noise to my ear, sounding like it is to the right of us, perhaps.
okay,
But there is nothing to the right of us, of course. Well, that's a silly way to take damage. Did it affect this door at all? Nope, this is the same as it ever was. We don't have the money for the guild. I tried to take it anyway. He wasn't interested.
based on the information we were given, like the thing we tried hadn't worked, but just hitting the one pillar the one time didn't kill us, whereas hitting the fire pillar the first time we were in that room killed us immediately.
I have a vague memory of hitting something else in there once and it not harming us either.
No, it did.
Oh, we're trusting your memory. All
We're
right,
trusting
let's see how
that.
this is.
We're
Let's see how
trusting
this
that
is.
during the last 3 weeks, I was missing you, and so I may have watched some of our previous efforts, so I could hear your voice.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too.
Is that okay to do in mixed company? I feel bad now. Like
No, it's
the joke.
I mean,
The joke
we are
there is
gay.
that we literally are gay for each other, but
Yeah.
I don't want anybody who doesn't, have that like that insight into our relationship to think that I'm like a homophobe or anything.
Well, what?
Because the
I
joke
mean,
there
I
is
think
that's a thing that's used shittily, but we're using
Yeah,
it to
but-
yeah.
I think it's clear to anyone who's watched any of these series for any length of time that you and I are in a relationship of romantic nature, and we are a couple of girls, so that makes us...
I hope that I come across just super gay all the time. I hope that like when I
Yeah.
open my mouth the first time, you're like, oh, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, when you first opened your mouth, I was like, oh, this is just LGBT person.
A reference to my favorite comment ever, the favorite comment that was ever left on the YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm not really sure where I'm going. I'm just kind of like looking around.
All right, where...
Is he taking a break to brush his teeth? Is that what that animation was? Because there is a...
There was an empty room we found somewhere at some point.
Well, so you remember, like, the rooms don't display their real positions relative to each other?
Yeah.
Right? Like, they have there's that rule about the compressing them into a 5x4 space.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, like, if we heard a sound that sounded to my headphones like it came from the right, in that rightmost room on the bottom, what is the way that we compress these rooms that makes that, like, what is that room actually near? And unfortunately, I'm not really sure of the answer. So I'm kind of just, like, flailing. But I'm also figuring it can never be, it can never be bad to fill up the soul gauge, right?
Right. still haven't
don't know
figured
how
this
to
out
do-
yet, have
yeah,
we?
we still don't know what these like circular seals are. But my guess right now is that whatever it is that this thing to our left is for is how we open up that chest. We know that there are a couple of rooms. Okay, so this room is one of them. I was curious here. There are a couple of rooms where there is not an obvious way to do the thing the room is obviously for.
Yeah.
There's that other room where it's just like it's a big empty like bowl-shaped space. It took us a while to unlock that room as it's like difficult to reach, so it seems important.
Can we go back to that room?
I would love to. I'd love to if I had any idea where it was. This is one of those situations where it's like really bad actually that we had a massive gap.
Do you want me to quickly pull up the last episode and see if I can find where it was?
I mean, maybe if that's gonna work. What I'm gonna do right now is come over here and just save with us having collapsed the stones since we're here anyway. It was on the bottom. It was on the bottom level. I'm pretty sure.
Not the bottom level, but the.
Well, the bottom level is the bottom level. I want to say it might have been one of those things where. Do we have to get there through a wall? Maybe it's not this wall because there is a way through this wall, but. The way through this wall leads to that. Leads to the other room, right? Or is it here? Yeah, this just leads to here.
Okay, so there. Right. So that room you were just in. Go back in.
Okay.
I pulled up the YouTube.
Okay.
So there's a puzzle here, and when you solve the puzzle, it opens a ladder between those two snakes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The puzzle being pushing a block onto the silver plate here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I believe you need to push the first two blocks, not off the thing, but so they're on that platform above the shooting statue, and then use the other block to yeah, you gotta push that further to the. Won't push anymore. There we go.
It was hesitating.
Okay. And then push the other block there.
Yes, then it forms.
It gives you more space to push the third block. Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. There's the lever up there. Okay.
It doesn't need to take our weight, you know? We already solved the puzzle. It's ravenous. It's ravenous for weights. Okay, so this room still doesn't do anything.
Still as it was. Okay.
And it is on the same. If you imagine the space being compacted, I don't know. These walls solid? It would appear that they are pretty solid.
I just saw a comment on that video, the La-Mulana video, where so, you know, never mind. You don't like me sharing comments with you, so I'm not going to.
Well, now I'm curious. What?
Oh, the person said it says SB : bashing vampires for being giant babies who can't stand being around forever, which is the thing that happened in that episode.
Yeah, that's true.
And then also, SB, I'm going to drown because I'm tired of being here. Which happened, if I remember correctly, like 2 or 3 minutes after.
Okay, but vampires are... Here's the thing. In my defense, shut up.
I love you too.
So that I don't think was it. Nothing seems different about that.
Okay.
Again, I think we probably caught a little bit of a rough spot here regarding the timing of our break.
Yeah.
Something's
So what are the other
changed,
things,
and we won't have
what
the
are the other things
familiarity
that
to
we
notice
don't
it now.
have? We're trying to figure out how to open that one treasure chest. We're trying to figure out what's going on with that bowl room. We're trying to figure out how to make that platform come out of that guy's mouth.
Yeah, there's this situation where we have this platform that we can't jump up to. So that comes down from... Let me try something here. Because that ladder, if you were to compress the space, that ladder should come down from something in the room to the right of us, right?
I suppose
If
so.
we were to line the 2 rows up. I don't know what the hell these enemies are. But there's definitely no ladder that goes down in this area. Also, there's this eye here.
There is
Why?
this eye here.
The seeketh power, prove thine courage.
Oh, there was an item here that you got. This is where you got the shuriken, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was like a big blue box. And you opened it.
Okay, these spaces are both called the Room of Courage. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember if this is where we got the...
That's not annoying at all.
Oh, right. Yeah, there were fake spikes. Right. Well... So nothing on this floor lets down onto the ladder. I am very curious where that ladder would go.
Yeah. Right, and those are the 2.
Yeah, there's only one room to the left over there. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we have, I feel like we went basically everywhere.
Right,
I could take another look at the manual.
Yeah.
Or you could take
Maybe
another
this
look
game
at
is too smart for us, sweetheart.
Again, it's really just like a bad timing.
Yeah.
Which I'm blaming like almost entirely on you.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
You could have just not gotten mysteriously injured. I'm not saying you were taking a dive to avoid having to confront the true madness of La-Mulana. But I'm certainly not saying that.
What's to your left again?
Hear this.
Right. I still don't know how we do that.
One swallows,
Right.
the other spits out. So this is how you get down there. Ah, almost. Yep, spirits are guardians. They slumber within onks that will shatter under the bright red light. The onk light of these lands lies beyond the path of the gazing faces, and the jewel is at the foot of the cliff of radiance. We still can't complete the outside stuff yet, right? Because we need the big blue guy with the eyes. We need like some scepter of serpents, right?
Yeah. God damn it.
Eh. Well. This is the pit of the Holy Grail. These guys remind me of enemies from Super Snow Brothers.
I never played Super Snow Brothers.
Snow Brothers was on the Genesis, I think. They probably wouldn't have been super.
Okay.
I don't know. Listen here, I don't know anything about video games, and there's no reason to think that I would. The sad tale of the giants, the tragic history of the giants, is written here. But not really. Well, I gotta tell you, I'm disappointed. Really thought this was gonna do something more obvious.
Yeah.
And by more obvious, I mean like anything at all.
We did something somewhere, but I don't...
We don't have any evidence of that.
It made a noise. We put a weight on a thing.
Right, but us putting a weight on a thing is... Let's just par for the course.
It made a noise when we did it.
See, it's weird that this ladder doesn't... Hold on a second. The ladder doesn't exist the way up... Let me check out this other ladder over here. Is there something different about... Okay, odd time for a male.
It's the mail telling you about this door.
Okay, yeah, it is the one-way door. That's weird. I would have thought we'd definitely seen that by now.
We have several times, but we keep dying.
Yeah, but...
So...
Okay, that's new.
Okay, well that weight wasn't there before. We definitely would have done that before.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said that's new.
Yeah. Okay, I'm slower on the uptake than you are.
Glad we're all on the same page here. All right, let's see what this is. Obtained Actual. Hey, we were just told that these are important.
Female on a ladder.
It's me, about Ankh jewels, those red gems. If you use them in front of these cross-like thingies called Ankhs, located here and there in the ruins, you can break the Ankhs. Breaking them will make something bad happen, so maybe think about going back to the village to save first. And while you're there, why not come chat with me? Ah, but why not you go to hell, all the way to hell, old man. I do think it behooves us to probably go save. But I do not care for this old man. It does not feel to me like he has my best interests at heart. Nothing?
I mean, no, I believe, okay. I'm just thinking about how, you know, this game is fairly NES or it's kind of SNES coded graphically, but it's more NES coded as far as the obtuseness. And I think that's interesting.
Okay, so did you see a thing that looks like an Ankh? Was there an Ankh in that empty room?
Oh, maybe.
I don't think there was. You know what? I will say one thing that is definitely a place where I'm fucking up is I'm not looking at the background enough a lot, I think. I'm very focused on the foreground items. And there definitely are, like, sometimes you can read the background tiles and things like that. So, hold on. Was there an Ankh in here? No, I would not say so.
Okay, well, there's an Ankh somewhere.
There must be an Ankh somewhere.
Where was it we found out? Where was it where we were told about the Ankh? Was that in that little room off to the side of the long falling chamber?
Yeah.
It's not in that room at all.
Oh, shit.
You know what's fun is the part where you fall and have to go backtrack through a bunch of different rooms to get where you're going. Do you like that very much?
It's not my favorite part. Okay.
You know, I'm not seeing an Ankh here.
Yeah, I don't see anything that looks like an Ankh anywhere yet.
Do you think it's near the entrance to the dungeon?
I think that it's totally possible that it could be. I think that's absolutely
Because
potentially.
if they're telling you to come back to the village, you know,
yeah,
it's probably close to the village entrance. Would be my. That's how I would do it if I was trying to design a game which I wasn't interested in being an asshole to the players. I'm not saying that they're trying to do that. You know, there's.
They're heavily implying it though.
There's a hostility in the design.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's a you can do this, you can figure this out hostility instead of a haha you loser hostility.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly. mostly.
Hold on, let me just check this room real quick. Yeah, nothing looks like an Ankh to me. I was kind of thinking
Doesn't
that
look
block
like
to the
Anki
left
thing
of
to me.
the block to the left of the gravestone there was maybe sort of a stylized Ankh, but that was the very first thing I used the stone on. It didn't do anything.
No, she's pretty birdy to me.
Well, let me tell you, I don't see an Ankh anywhere. Not even out here.
All right, well. You want to go talk to the guy in the village anyway?
I'm kind of wondering if there is some good reason to do that. I guess I could have teleported out, which I do not remember, honestly, until just now.
You teleport, you wouldn't have gotten that sick weight
You're not wrong.
or taking that amazing damage.
Is it this temple? Oh, here we go. It's true, I do have a hand scanner. Okay, is that... Are we just going to get like one piece of advice every time we come in? Think about turning the ruins into a tourist destination. We could take foreigners' money, sell them souvenirs. Could even round up some candidates for a harem. What do you think?
Oh, I don't like that. That's gross.
The good action games are the ones that make you jump around in your seat.
How do you feel about that? Is that true?
No. I think those sound more like the games with good music. Okay, well, he was not helpful. It was not useful to come back to the place.
You can go to that little creek over to the left though and get your health all back.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you say crick?
Yes.
Now,
What?
when Davy Crockett was 3 years old, how would you describe what he did to that bear? Just checking your regional diction here.
I'm gonna give you some diction.
Nothing. She chooses not to answer. Well, you heard it here, folks. Heard it here first, folks. I gotta say, I'm not too jazzed.
I mean, there's an Anki in there somewhere. We just gotta find it.
Probably we have seen it before.
And I'll say from now on, I will carefully mark when we see an Ankh in my notebook.
Yeah, because it seems like this is going to be a recurring problem.
Yeah.
I'm also very worried that, like, we're going to discover the game just has a different definition of Ankh than I do.
Well, they said Ankh and they said like a cross-shaped thing, so it feels like it's gonna be like, you know, a kind of Anki looking thing.
All I can really do is hope that you're right, which I don't love as a strategy.
All right, so let's go all the way to the right and clear off this row, and then go down to the next row, kind of methodically.
Hold on a second. I'm going to Yeah, I'll pause the game. I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. My advice to y'all is if you want to be a ruins adventurer and take long sorties into the unknown, maybe limit the amount of Taco Bell that you eat in the hours before doing that.
Wow. Okay.
Just a thought.
Did you go all the way over to the right?
I didn't. I'm sorry. That's right. We were gonna be systematic about this, and then I had my own adventure, and I forgot. Okay, so this room, we know only that we do not know how to get into that area.
Yeah, I do not see an Ankh here.
I know that if we wait this thing right here, it'll pull down this wall that's right in front of me. But to what end at the moment? And up right is the water area, right?
Yes.
Which we definitely don't want to go into. It seems like a nightmare.
All right, so let's go down to the next level then.
All right. So hold on. This room is called both. That's right. Both of these screens are called the Room of Courage. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to be more systematic in general. So I think you're right on here. This room is called the Heavenly Temple of the Cross. Seems a little grand. Right here, we are also in the Heavenly Temple of the Cross. May as well save every time we go to it. That's the wrong button. Sorry. You would think that scanning the tablet would be how you interact with the tablet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we know what's in the two screens up above us, right?
Yeah, we went through those two screens.
This is the Heavenly Corridor. So here we have an open mouth situation. Still Heavenly Corridor. It's so the thing about the statue mouths said that when you push into whatever gets pushed into the one mouth comes out the other mouth. And we've been assuming that the two mouths refer to the one in the room below this. The two that seem to have a thing in them, but for some reason this one's not, accessible. What if it doesn't? What if one of the two mouths is this one? And something coming out of here is how you access, whatever's up there.
That could be. So how do we get across? We gotten across there before, right?
Maybe, I don't remember. Again, it's a really rough time for the break to have been when it was. So this is the Pit of the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's make sure Guardians, slumber within Ankhs that will shatter under the bright red light. The spirits will awaken at that time. Okay. And we got our bright red light now.
Okay.
The Ankh of these lands lies beyond the path of gazing faces. The jewel is at the foot of the Cliff of Radiance. I didn't mean to. I meant that to be a slightly larger jump. Well, I'm doing a great job. Hold on a second. I'm going to get us back up there. I'm absolutely killing it right now. Leave me alone, bat. So this is still the Pit of the Holy Grail. I mean, that makes sense. It's the same sort of vertically aligned. This and that other one being the same room makes a lot of sense to me. We can get over there. We will get over there. There we go. It helps to go right away.
Yeah.
This is the Gate of Giant Faces. Which I agree.
Well, he said the Ankh is beyond the giant faces, so.
Yeah, I mean, we have the Ankh.
No, we have the light.
Through the light. Yes, that's right.
Wait, did that, I'm sorry, was there some dust?
Why would whipping the stone be the way that you interact with the stone? Okay, well, we're coming back to it. Hold on. So you can crawl down from the room above. We know that ladder. Right, this ladder's here, except it's not. I really don't like the number of ladders that are like false on one side. I think that's
not great.
That's a really shitty design. But yes, yeah, all it's saying is, so if the room to the right, this is the room with the strong. We just got an email for some reason. How to make bat curry? It's me. I'm sure you get hungry walking around the ruins. Your father told me that you love curry. Try adding some of those bats that fly around in the ruins. It'll make the curry rich and tasty. Use your whip to kill them, and simply dump them into a curry pot to stew. This is not a good way to eat bats. Bats are covered in hair, and also, don't just randomly eat bats. They're swimming with disease.
Maybe he misunderstood. Maybe your character's a huge fan of filmmaker Curry Barker.
No, I think the problem is that Zelpwood is just trying to get us killed.
Oh, that might be.
So this is the Snake Sanctuary. But this is the room, if the room below us is the room where the Ankh is supposed to be, or will be, perhaps, then that is totally beyond the gate of the giant face, right? Like...
Yeah. And we can go down there again and see if...
Yeah.
Anything we're missing.
Maybe I didn't... I don't know. I feel like the two of us having looked at it together, if there was an Ankh in that room, we would have seen it. If there is now an Ankh in this room, I shall be very embarrassed. No, right? Like...
I'm not seeing an Ankh.
Yeah. I dropped down just in case it only appeared when you were close to it, or, you know.
Well, let's check out with
at this point, I do not consider it beyond the pale for any kind of bullshit to occur in this game.
It is a game that has bullshit in it. How do you feel about that? How are you enjoying?
I am annoyed about the way that a number of the things in this game function already.
How are we gonna get that treasure chest, by the way? The treasure chest. We never got in that treasure chest that's over on the...
Which one?
It was back in the room on the right.
Need to just kill bats. Bats are always a problem. What kind of video game is this where bats are not your most trusted allies? Alright, we've definitely never seen this before. There are 8 Ankhs. Seek the red light, the Ankh jewel, the guardians that remember the slumber within the Ankh will test their strength. That's not even new information. Cool. That's just exactly what the guy in the cave said. But this is a new place to do a thing. See, this I really don't like. You put a All right, well, I'm glad I jumped.
Yeah, let's all right, and what's up here?
A ladder that's fake on one side. Fear not the water. The water holds the answers for those who have been delivered by it. Cross the sacred lake. I'm gonna just take a screenshot of this one because that's a diagram that's probably helpful. I think I remember that room.
Yeah, we've seen that room for sure.
Okay, so this is above the rightmost room on the floor below it, which makes sense, right? If you've compressed them into the block. So I really don't like the puzzle style of you put a block on a thing and something somewhere happened, go find it.
Yeah.
I think that is busted beyond belief. That is so low quality of an interaction as to be like, I'm having a real hard time with that. If the whole game is going to be you did something and it made a noise, now go search everywhere that anything can possibly have happened over and over again, that feels like just a terrible waste of time.
This is apparently what happened.
So, okay, we learned something just now. Let me see if I can elucidate this. Elucidate? Let me see if I can illuminate. Perhaps is better. So we were able to travel from high on the left to high on this screen.
Yeah.
And you will note there is one of these faces, right?
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. Grow the fuck up with the respawning enemies. What a... just like absolute waste. There's another one of these faces
here as well.
So I'm assuming that we can just walk across here.
Baby, it's almost like this kind of Metroid Brainia.
This game makes me want to brain somebody. I have to say, I'm a little like... I've always heard about this game. I've always heard this game spoken about in such glowing terms by people whose, opinion on like puzzles and brain stuff I have a pretty high opinion of. Can we just walk across? I jumped before. But yeah, it looks like walking is fine. So for like, you touched a thing and now something happened. Really? The thing itself is not a tile? So for shit like this, like what exactly happened there, to be the way of things, I'm surprised. I'm like disappointed.
Yeah. So like, what is your level of tolerance for? Because I'm asking this as maybe it's better for an off-camera conversation, I guess. But when do I ever maintain the wall between these things? Does that alter your desire to keep doing it?
I fucking hate that bat getting above the platform and then just following the platform up the entire way, so it was never safe to jump onto the whole time it was on screen.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, it absolutely affects my like.
Because if the whole game is like this,
I don't need my handheld, but I do in a puzzle game. I think I want there to be some kind of fundamental fairness to the experience. I don't want to be the guy, if that makes sense. I have no interest in being the guy.
Well, something happened somewhere.
Cool. That one, it did not give us an audio like that. That sounded like it came from just everywhere. Whereas like the thud sound that we heard before sounded like it came from the right, which makes this screen a reasonable guess, I'm gonna go check the nothing obvious to do with it yet room, because it's going to be something eventually. And there was a... Yeah, okay.
Okay,
There was
just make sure we
a...
save before you do something there.
Yeah, you want me to walk all the way back to the fucking...
They said there's a guardian.
Yeah.
It sounds like a boss to me. Are you prepared for a boss fight?
I mean, I got 54 health. I'm pretty...
All right.
We're going to have to fight the boss at some point.
I'm just thinking about redoing those puzzles over again.
But you really got to be right on top of it. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting it to be the king of the serpents, or the king of the ant lion people, based on the manual. That's all I got to do.
Got
Yeah,
one
it's
more
tricky.
ninja star left.
It's tricky. Thanks, Amabel.
What do you mean, think down, Amabel?
I'll be in pressure mode. If I just used it normally, it would have been fine. I can't reach him with the whip. And it looks like, yeah, the body, hitting the body doesn't do anything as I expected.
Okay, well, the heads are coming down.
Yeah, okay. When the heads are at like mid height, they're more hittable. Okay, so
Do you remember all the puzzles we did to open that?
yeah, I mean, there's all the puzzles. There's really nothing to it. Like, how many shurikens were we allowed to hold? I'm trying to remember, where do we buy ammo for them as well?
Okay, that save wasn't as far back as I thought it was.
I mean, I've saved every time I've walked across that stone.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I forgot that you had walked past that stone recently.
Not this door. Was shuriken ammo in town? It
It
seems
might
like
have been.
having more shurikens would be. Wait, we can use the thing to go.
It's not that hard to get back here. Yeah.
Oh, now I can. Okay, whatever. I was gonna say, going back to town, I remembered as I was walking back the last time, I was like, oh right, we have a teleporter for this. Let's buy some weights too. Thank you. Use. I feel like somewhere there was a shop that was selling shurikens. We do have the money for a pistol at this point. What is this? Oh, right. Use your laptop underwater. Alright, well now I have a fucking gun. That feels like it probably helps. Okay, yes, so this was here. How much ammo am I picking up here? So each, is it 10 coins per 10 shuriken? Probably up to some limit, right? Okay, but we were able to go to 81.
That's pretty good.
There's no reason not to go and restore my missing 6 health, although odds of me actually getting to the boss with full health are not like the super best. Because I bump into stuff. That happens. That occurs.
Well, don't do that. Do that.
Do not have do that. So wait, now Okay, so now we can fast travel. Had I just not scanned the gate this stone before? Is that what it is?
Maybe.
It certainly shouldn't be. Like, if you interact with it to save at it, then you've interacted with
Remember
it.
how we spent the first episode grinding for enough money to buy the scanner? Wasn't that fun?
That right there. If it actually is the case that interacting with a save stone to save at it doesn't add it to your teleport menu, that you have to also separately scan it, that is exactly the kind of thing that is just like, it's just like shitty. It's just petty game design.
Yeah.
Much like this missing block.
No, don't forget to jump over the...
I hit jump. All right, we'll jump on this screen. Since apparently I will have to. And like, the enemies don't need to respawn. Right,
Particularly right at the entrance. Yeah.
Yeah, the respawning bats is absolutely just like an annoyance. And I'm not saying you can't design annoyance into your video game, but there's probably better things you could be doing.
Yeah. Like, if I made video games, they would be annoying. You know, but
Yeah.
I would either be
way
more
too-
sadistic or less sadistic. But
way to
this
defang
middle
my
ground,
point there.
this middle ground is not, my favorite.
Right.
Okay, you got full health.
Full health, more shurikens, and also a gun.
A gun with no bullets, but yeah.
You don't know that.
It says 0 out of 6.
You say 0 out of 6. In your heart. Trying to get that situation going again where the one head was low while the other head was high, because that was really good for our damage dealing time.
Yeah. I would love a health bar here for the boss to know how.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
Well, you did it.
It turns out it's about 50. It's about 50 shurikens, which means we were actually really close last time. You have defeated Amphis Baena. Cool. The adventure does continue, of course. And now we put bats in this room because fuck you. That's why.
Memphis Bane is the name I gave my two-headed snake monster in Kaiju table battles. That's neat. That's a mythological thing.
Uh-oh. It's me. Come back to my tent now. Something has happened. Urgent. Come back. All right.
Probably him trying to recruit people for his harem.
The women of the village have beaten me bloody. You made it. Actually, I called you back for no good reason. I'm just bored. Don't get all mad and rush off. Please, take a seat and eat some of my homemade bat curry. It'll get you good and diseased. Anyway, being an archaeologist sure seems dangerous. Even after I warned you about the monsters and traps, you still went in the ruins. Still went in them ruins. If you can solve all the puzzles without dying, you might actually meet the legendary 4 philosophers. If they actually exist, why would they be in the temple? This curry sure is tasty. You want to hear that again? No, absolutely not. Well, okay then. And that's it. That's the end of the conversation. If this email is from him,
You know it is.
it's me. Sorry about lying about the emergency in my last email. But it would be nice if you'd come up to the surface and talk with me now and then, Professor. I'm outraged. I'm done with it. I'm done with all of the bullshit. I can't anymore with this shit. That's going to be it for us for today. Yeah, just for today. We're gonna come on. I don't feel good. I don't feel good even leaving it ambiguous. Yeah, I really, really don't like some of the design decisions that it seems we're going to be seeing a lot of. But at the very least, we did make some forward progress here. We bumped into the answers until. So yeah, when you come back next time, are we done with the Gate of Guidance now? We defeated a boss.
Yeah.
Are there 8 regions? Is the 8 Guardians 1 per region? Okay.
Maybe.
We don't know. When you come back next time, we'll, I guess, look around the Gate of Guidance some more. Maybe something interesting will have happened. Or maybe not. And we'll see you then.